Kasturi Day. Today I'm going to discuss the chemical reaction question answer section. Okay, so I'm starting with today is the fill in the blanks of this chapter according to ICSE syllabus class 8. Okay, so fill in the blanks: a reaction in which two or more substances combine to form a single substance is called a combination reaction. A catalyst is a substance which changes the rate of the chemical reaction without undergoing a chemical change. Okay, either it enhances the rate of the chemical reaction or it decreases the rate of the chemical reaction. Accordingly, it is named as positive and negative catalyst. Okay, the formation of gas bubbles in a liquid during a reaction is called effervescence. Okay, please mind the spelling: Effervescence. Okay, effervescence. The reaction between an acid and a base is known as neutralization reaction. Okay, soluble bases are called alkalis. The chemical change involving iron and hydrochloric acid illustrates a displacement reaction because iron displaces chlorine. Yes, this displaces hydrogen from hydrochloric acid, okay, forming iron chloride, okay. So it's a displacement reaction. In the type of a reaction called double displacement reaction, two compounds exchange their positive and negative radicals respectively. A catalyst either increases or decreases the rate of the chemical change, but itself remains unchanged at the end of the reaction. Okay, next is the chemical reaction between hydrogen and chlorine is a combination reaction because hydrogen and chlorine combining to form hydrogen chloride. When a piece of copper is added to a silver nitrate solution, it turns blue in color. Okay, because it forms copper sulfate, copper nitrate solution, that is blue in color. Okay, then the decomposition of mercury chloride on heating is a chemical decomposition reaction. Mercury chloride decomposing to mercury and chlorine. Okay, then the reaction between iron and copper sulfate solution is a chemical displacement reaction. Okay, iron displaces copper from the copper sulfate. Then the reaction between an acid and a base is known as neutralization reaction. The reaction between sodium carbonate solution and copper sulfate solution is a precipitation reaction because it is forming what? Sodium sulfate and carbonate. Okay, so this is a precipitation reaction. Okay, then there must be a release or absorption of energy during a chemical reaction. Okay, excuse me. When a piece of glowing charcoal is taken in the inside an cylinder of oxygen, it burns okay, when a piece of glowing charcoal is taken into a cylinder of oxygen, it burns brightly, producing sparkles and a crackling sound. Okay, when magnesium ribbon is heated in the flame burns in Burma, it carries fire and burns with a dazzling white flame. Okay, it forms magnesium oxide. That's why it is forming this white flame. Okay, and another thing is that this piece of glowing charcoal, when it is taken inside the oxygen cylinder, it burns with a crackling sound, sparkles and crackling sound, because it is forming a compound. Okay, that is charcoal, that means carbon, which is burning in oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Okay, rather it's forming carbon monoxide first. Okay, that's why it's sparkles are seen. Then write true and false. When a single compound decomposes into two or more new substances by the action of energy, it is called a decomposition reaction. That's true. In metal reactivity series, aluminium is the most reactive metal. False. Potassium, comes first in the metal reactivity series. So potassium is the most reactive metal. In double displacement reaction, two compounds in their aqueous solution react by exchanging their radicals. That's true. When two elements combine to form a single compound, the reaction is said to be chemical combination. That's true. The reaction between quicklime and water is an endothermic reaction. No, it's an exothermic reaction. Quicklime, when combines with water, it forms calcium hydroxide. Okay, and that's a very exothermic reaction. A lot of heat is generated. Okay, you must have seen that when there is a paint going on in our house, that time the person who is painting, he will dissolve quicklime in water, and you can see lots of bubbles are seen. That will there are some what do you say, carbon dioxide being liberated. Okay, so that reaction is very much exothermic, and that's very hot. Okay, reaction between magnesium and iron sulfate solution is a chemical double decomposition reaction. That's false. It's a displacement reaction. Magnesium and iron sulfate. Magnesium will displace iron. Okay, so all the non-metallic oxides are known as acidic oxides. False, they are known as neutral oxides. Some non-metallic oxides are neutral oxides. Okay, all of them are not acidic. Some are neutral also. Some of the metallic oxides are known as basic oxides. That's true. Then we come to classify the following reactions as combination, decomposition, displacement, precipitation, and neutralization reaction. And also we need to balance the equation. So I see calcium carbonate, which is solid, when heated decomposes to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. That's a decomposition reaction, and the equation is already balanced. Then zinc, which is a solid, reacts with sulfuric acid and it forms zinc sulfate, which is a solid again, and hydrogen is liberated as a gas. So this is a displacement reaction. Zinc displaces hydrogen from sulfuric acid, and the equation is balanced already. Then silver nitrate, when reacts with silver nitrate aqueous solution of silver nitrate, when reacts with sodium chloride aqueous solution, it will give silver chloride as a precipitate. Okay, and the sodium nitrate is formed. So silver chloride is a precipitation, precipitate. So this reaction is a precipitation reaction, and the equation is already balanced. Then ammonia gas, when reacts with hydrogen chloride gas, it will form a solid which is known as ammonium chloride, and this is a combination reaction, and the equation is already balanced. Then copper sulfate, aqueous solution of copper sulfate, when reacts with hydrogen sulfide gas, it will form a solid of copper sulfide, and sulfuric acid is formed. Okay, so it's a liquid. Sulfuric acid is a liquid. Now as copper sulfide, that's a precipitate, and therefore the reaction is a precipitation reaction, and the equation is already balanced. Then we come to the next equation, zinc sulfide and copper sulfate. Zinc sulfate is an aqueous solution, and copper is formed. It's a displacement reaction, and the equation is balanced. Calcium and oxygen, when reacts with oxygen, calcium when reacts with oxygen in presence of heat, calcium oxide is formed. It's a combination reaction, and the equation is balanced. Okay, then another is, so the equation is balanced, it becomes 2Ca plus oxygen, that gives us 2CaO. Okay, then sodium hydroxide when reacts with hydrogen chloride, it will give us sodium chloride and water. That's a neutralization reaction. Sodium hydroxide is a base and HCl is a acid. So base reacting with the acid, that is a neutralization reaction, and the equation is balanced. Then KOH when react with sulfuric acid, again base reacting with acid, will give us K2SO4 and H2O, that is salt and acid and base and acid will gives us salt and water. That's a neutralization reaction, and the equation to balance it, 2KOH plus H2SO4 will give us K2SO4 plus 2H2O. That's a balanced equation. Then correct the incorrect statement. Then charcoal burns in air with producing a pop sound along with sparkles. Charcoal burns in oxygen and it produces a crackling sound. Okay, then Red lead oxide on heating strongly forms lead dioxide and oxygen, lead monoxide. It forms lead monoxide and oxygen, not lead dioxide. The reaction between magnesium and oxygen is an exothermic reaction, not endothermic. The decomposition of sodium bicarbonate is an example of endothermic reaction, not an exothermic reaction. The reaction between an acid and a base is a precipitation. No, it's a neutralization reaction. Okay, when limestone, that is calcium carbonate, is heated strongly, it decomposes to calcium and carbon monoxide gas. No, it decomposes to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. Then copper reacts with zinc sulfate solution to displace zinc and form copper sulfate. Zinc, copper reacts with zinc sulfate to form copper sulfate reacts with zinc and it will form copper and zinc sulfate. Okay. The acidic oxide reacts with water to form a soluble compound commonly known as alkali. No, it's a basic oxide which reacts with water to form a soluble compound called alkali. Now choose the most correct answer. The reaction between aqueous solutions of sodium chloride and silver nitrate is an example of double displacement as precipitation reaction. Then the reaction between an acid and a base is an example of neutralization reaction. See, the first one, that's an example of double displacement and precipitation, because precipitation is also a double displacement reaction. That's why the two options are taken. Okay. The chemical reaction which proceeds with the release of heat energy is called exothermic reaction. Which of the following is not an acidic oxide? The carbon monoxide is a neutral oxide. It's not an acidic oxide. Which of the following is not an amphoteric oxide? The first one, that's CaO, that's a basic oxide. Okay, when reaction, which reaction represents a chemical combination? The BCaO, that is calcium oxide, when combining with water to form calcium hydroxide. That's a combination reaction. Which reaction does not take place? The first one, FeSO4 plus copper gives us copper sulfate and iron. That is a wrong reaction, that does not take place, because copper cannot displace iron, because copper is lower in the metal activity series than iron. Okay. Next is, I'll stop here. I'll continue with the rest of the question answers in my next video. Please go through this. If you have any doubt, please do let me know. And please do write in the comment box, share with your friends, press the like button, and also do subscribe to get the notification of my next video. And that will produce me some more enthusiasms and energy to produce some good videos for you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching and have a good day.